News coming in right now. Delhi High Court slams Manish Sisodia in bail plea hearing. Delhi High Court's scathing observation on Manish Sisodia. The court, while rejecting the bail plea of the former Delhi minister in the CBI case, said that the allegation against Sisodia are very serious. His behavior in this matter has also not been right. That is, it is quite suspicious, is what the Delhi High Court has said. He can influence witnesses. He had 18 departments, former Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi. In fact, there are very serious allegations against him, is what the court has said. That's why it cannot, in fact, accept the bail plea before it and has rejected the same. Now, Sisodia had challenged the lower court's decision in the Delhi High Court because the lower special court had rejected his bail application. Manish Sisodia, remember, is accused in the liquor policy scam case. The CBI had opposed Manish Sisodia's bail plea in the Delhi High Court, which had earlier reserved its order on May 11. So some very scathing observations there being made by Delhi High Court as it rejected former Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia's bail plea, saying that the allegations against him are extremely serious. His behavior has not been right, and also he could possibly influence witnesses if let out. Anisha Mathur is joining us with more details. Anisha, give us more details as to what the Delhi High Court said when rejecting Manish Sisodia's bail plea.
Well, Paulami, at this moment, the Justice D.K. Sharma, who has pronounced this verdict, only pronounced a very short point. Main observations made in this case. The detailed judgment is yet to come out. But what he did pronounce in open court was threefold. One, of course, being that Manish Sisodia was a Deputy Chief Minister holding 18 portfolios, that he is somebody who is very influential and could potentially, therefore, also influence the witnesses. Two, that these allegations are very serious, that this seems to be evidence of cartelization and change in policy to benefit the cartels, to give benefit to the cartels, which is a very serious allegation. Three, of course, being that since the trial court has gone into the matter, the High Court is not going into the merits of the case itself, but on the grounds of potential threat to the witnesses, potential threat to the evidence in this matter, because Manish Sisodia is somebody who is influential, can therefore influence witnesses, the High Court is not granting him bail at this stage. But clearly, the Manish Sisodia's lawyers telling us that they will be going to the Supreme Court now after this. Detailed observations, of course, will come out when the detailed judgment of the court is made public in a short while from now. But very clearly, remember, the trial court, in fact, in its verdict, had called Sisodia the architect of the entire conspiracy. So and the CBI and the ED have both been investigating the matter. Today's verdict, of course, was in the CBI case, where his bail plea had been rejected, where the trial court had made certain very serious observations, and it seems that the High Court has accepted for now the CBI's contention that Sisodia should not be granted bail.
Anisha, just stay on with us. We've got some reactions coming in from the Bharatiya Janata Party on Manish Sisodia's bail plea rejection.
सिद्ध हो गया, ये स्पष्ट हो गया कि मनीष सिसोदिया ने बड़े स्तर पर रिश्वत ली थी और रिश्वत के पैसे का केस जो उनके ऊपर ईडी ने बनाया था वो पुख्ता है। तो ये भी आज कोर्ट ने मान लिया कि मनीष सिसोदिया जैसा क्रिमिनल आदमी जो है, अगर वो गंभीर आरोप वाला आदमी अगर बाहर जाएगा तो गवाहों को बदल सकता है, इसका मतलब सजा होने से बच सकता है। अरविंद केजरीवाल बार बार मनीष सिसोदिया को ईमानदार बताता था, वो कट्टर बेईमान खुद भी है और मनीष सिसोदिया भी शराब घोटाले का कट्टर बेईमान रिश्वतखोर आदमी है।
आज एक बार फिर जब उनकी बेल रिजेक्ट हुई है तो अरविंद केजरीवाल जी, अब आपका क्या कहना है ये भी जरा बता दीजिए। अब भी आप कहेंगे कि माननीय न्यायालय में मिल गया है क्या बीजेपी से और सीबीआई से और ईडी से? सीबीआई और ईडी पे तो आप आरोप लगा चुके हैं, लेकिन हर बार की तरह संवैधानिक संस्थाओं पे आपको आरोप लगाना तो आपका आदत बन चुकी है। सवाल ये है कि बहुत जल्दी ये जो जांच की आंच है ना, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी, आप जितना मर्जी कर लीजिए, वो जांच की आंच आप तक बहुत जल्दी पहुंचने वाली है।
Satyamev Jayate, once again the High Court has denied any kind of relief to Manish Sisodia in the Sharab Ghotala, thereby acknowledging that not only is Manish Sisodia having serious allegations of misconduct against him, but that prima facie these allegations are true and very, very serious, and that he can even influence the witnesses. And in the last hearing, we have heard the court also say that he's the prime or the key architect of the entire Sharab Ghotala. Now the question is that when courts after courts are denying bail, bail and relief to Manish Sisodia, to Vijay Nair for months together. Mr. Kejriwal calls them Kattar Imandar. Are the courts vindictive, Mr. Kejriwal? Or are you trying to defend the Sharab Ghotalebaz? And why? Because perhaps you yourself are involved in this, and because this conspiracy leads right up to your doorstep, and the evidence of that is also coming in the front. Those who started off against India against corruption today have become justification for corruption.
So those are, of course, reactions coming in from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Anisha Mathur is also joining us. Anisha, what were the CBI's arguments when, in fact, seeking rejection of Manish Sisodia's bail plea?
Well, Paulami, we've seen the way this case has gone on for the last several weeks. Of course, Manish Sisodia's bail plea, the order had been reserved several weeks ago. But the CBI, in their arguments, had made the same point. They have been arguing that Manish Sisodia is the key architect of this entire liquor scam conspiracy, that any and all decisions regarding change in policy were in fact made by Mr. Sisodia. They've in fact also argued that there was the destruction of evidence, that cell phones were broken and thrown away. They've alleged that there is in fact evidence that what is called the profit margin of the liquor suppliers, that was deliberately changed from 5% to 12%. That was changed deliberately, and the entire procedure that has to be followed when a policy has to be changed, which is that the policy goes through various levels of scrutiny, that it goes to the group of ministers, etc. The CBI has been alleging that all of that procedure was not followed. In fact, the group of ministers was given a document to approve, which had come directly from Mr. Manish Sisodia, that he is the person who created the entire changes in the liquor policy, and specifically to benefit the cartels that the CBI is investigating. And we've seen the way this investigation has gone in the last several months. We've seen people connected to various liquor suppliers getting arrested. We saw Vijay Nair, who was the communications in charge of the Aam Aadmi Party, he was arrested. We've seen investigation into the role of other persons, other political parties, other political leaders as well. So CBI very clearly taking the stance that Delhi's liquor policy was specifically changed to give benefit to particular cartels, that it was changed against the rules, and more importantly that Delhi's people, Delhi's exchequer has lost out on money because of this change in policy.
Right. Anisha, thank you so much for bringing us all of those details as to what happened in court and why the court, in fact, decided to reject Manish Sisodia's bail plea.